Yes, hi everyone. It's nice to have you all here and to share knowledge once again. I know it's been a while, but yeah, I know I got a lot of questions in my box on different topics, and I will take them on as time goes. I am Dominic Bangbaracha. My background is in chemical engineering. I have an MBA in finance and investment and also an MSc in chemical engineering. I'm a lead auditor for ISO 9000 and also a Lean Six Sigma associate, master black belt, and all. And today I have an interesting topic that I've been asked to talk about, which is the FDA warning letter. We'll try to see what it really is, an example of what it looks like, and let's see what effect it has on your company or customers, as the case may be. Let's just dive right into it. It's the FDA warning letter for me. I would, if I would be very direct, I would say it's something that you should avoid. But how do you avoid this? Ensure you're in compliance. Ensure you do not violate any of the CFRs or CGMP rules. But today I would just be taking an example more from the pharma world. So when FDA identifies or they believe that there's been a significant violation to federal requirements, then they notify the company or the pharma company in this case that they have violated, and they do this through a warning letter. And as you know, as the name warning sounds, it's that we found this violation. It's a warning. Get back in compliance, or we'll take action. And this is what warning letter is basically about, right? The warning later identifies the concern. It could be a poor GMP practice. It could be problem with claims that you have on your product or incorrect direction of use when it comes to product labeling and all of that. So, but the letter is an opportunity for your company to also go back, look into your system, look into your processes, and address what the FDA concerns are. It's not a nice to have, and this is where I will chip in now how it affects your company. It could be a pharma company that makes drugs, and your patients or consumers found out that you got the warning letter as it relates to this, and it could affect the trust when it comes from quality perspective, and then when trust of consumers or patients are affected, then buying power is also affected. And for example, if you're a contract manufacturer and you have a warning letter, then it affects how the big farmers want to do business with you. So this is the level of effect that it has on your company. But then, for example, you already have one. What do you do? I think you should approach it the way you approach when you have a kappa. I'm sorry, an action from an inspection. And most times, also to note that the FDA warning letters always come from an inspection that has happened. You should go back to the FDA with a plan or an action of how you want to address the issue that has been raised. Not to forget that if you feel that the warning letter was not necessary, you can also challenge it. But most times they have thought it through before a warning letter will come. So I would not say it's something that you should challenge. But how do you avoid this? Ensure you're always in compliance. Ensure you consistently, like I would always say, and you could look at my other videos on how to prepare for inspection, how to ensure you have internal audit all the time, ensure you have the right deviation practice in place. And it just boils down back to QMS. When you have the right QMS set up, you have internal audits, you have QM quality management reviews, you have internal audits by various department, or you can also organize an external audit just to ensure that you understand, or an external eye looks at these things that you have. When you have all of these systems in place, you are less likely to have a warning letter of such. So have the right systems in place. If there is, for example, I'm just going to use this example, the EU GMP Annex 1 or has been told, okay, implement these at so time, say it was August 2023, I think we had 2022 to 2023 to implement. And in 2024, you are still lacking behind in those topics. Such things could give you a warning letter as an example, right? Because there are systems that you should have changed or implemented or things that you should have done and you're not in compliance with them, then you get a warning letter, or there's a CFR part that you are not in compliance with, and there's an inspection on your site, you will get a warning letter as regards to this. Let's just see an example of one, and this I just took from the FDA side also. An example of a warning letter, and this one is for a pharma company. And the warning here, it summarizes significant violation of CGMP, right? Regulations for finished pharmaceutical, and you could, and it's referenced. You can see 21 CFR Part 210 and 211, and this because your methods, facilities, or controls for manufacturing, processing, packing, holding do not conform to CGMP, your drug products are adulterated within the meaning of this section. We have reviewed your February 2024 response. So this company has actually given a response in detail and acknowledged receipt of your subsequent correspondence. Your response is inadequate. You understand? So you need to, I think it's something you take more seriously than you would take a CAPA, when you take a response to an audit action, right? But so if you have to take something more seriously than that, then you need to put in all the efforts. So your firm failed to perform operations within specifically defined areas of adequate size and to have separate or defined areas or such other control systems necessary to prevent contamination or mix-up in aseptic processing areas. And as you know, this is a violation that has potential effect on patient safety. So when we're talking about mix-up or contamination, you should understand the effect it will have on the consumer or patients in this case. So that's why, for example, this violation, they need to give the right response, the right actions should have been implemented. And as you can see in this case, it has been rejected. And the possibility of it being rejected again is very high. So you need to put in all the resources to ensure that you get out of this, because there's also a timeline in which you can live with this, right? You might not be allowed to produce on that side again because this is a serious violation in this case. So this is what it looks like. This is something you should have on your site, a warning letter, and that's it. Thank you. It's a short one, but I would just continue like this, answering most of your questions as they come. Just answer them and ensure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's Dominic Dorem Wangbaracha. You can also find me on LinkedIn and add me up. Let's just continue and let's make the world a safer place by implementing and ensuring that we have the right quality systems. So great. Have a great day and see you soon.